DICE have recently announced a new Chapter 4 Premium Booster Pack, which will be showing up in the Battlefield 5 Armory store within the next day or so. Yes, you can see it, but it's only a pre-order. Tomorrow it will probably be purchasable for those people that want to drop £25 on a few cosmetic items. Now in this video I'm going to take a look at exactly what you get with this premium booster pack, take a look at the reaction from the community on Reddit and Twitter, and then give my own opinion on what I think this is all about, and really what I think about the whole idea of a premium booster pack. The name says it all really, in a live service game. So let me know at the start of this video what you think of this. As you listen to the video, maybe you could be putting together your summary or your comments, because this is another one of those things that is really going to divide opinion, especially after a patch that has really broken Battlefield 5, and then they bring out this premium booster pack. The timing surrounding this sort of stuff is awful. EA and DICE have a really good track record of making bad decisions when it comes to timing, and they always seem to try and push some sort of monetary cosmetic thing straight after something bad's happened in game. So let me know what you think of it, and then after the video's gone live I'll check back and look at some of the comments, because it's always interesting to see what you guys say. Some of the comments make me laugh, other ones they make me pretty sad that Battlefield's in this state, but it's still good to read. So as DICE put it, they say get a head start on Chapter 4, defying the odds with the Chapter 4 Premium Booster Pack. As the best way to start a Battlefield 5 chapter, the booster pack lets you climb your chapter rank faster, equip epic outfits and weapon skins, and tackle 3 special assignments. You'll get 2,000 Battlefield currency to spend on vanity items too. The full list includes a chapter XP booster that will help you level up quickly, 6 chapter reward tiers skipped, 2 epic outfits, this is the Wild Eagle for the Allies and the Sturmwolf for the Axis, 2,000 Battlefield currency to spend on whatever you want, and then 4 epic weapon skins. A load of good stuff, to be honest, although I don't agree with the whole pre-order and the whole cosmetic microtransaction thing in a game like Battlefield 5. It's nice stuff. The cosmetics are what they are. Leveling up quick, well, people like to do that. People love shortcuts, so whatever. It's that sort of stuff that people might want to drop money on. That being said, it's 25 quid. That's more than the game can be bought for on a lot of different websites and potentially on Origin when it's on sale, and it's a really expensive thing brought in from DICE. That being said, you don't have to buy it. It's there for people who have the money to spend, and people could say it's for the whales. You know, the people that don't care about money, they just want to buy what they buy. They want to get every cosmetic in every game that they play, and this is one of the ways you can do it. And if Battlefield 5 is the only game you play, then it's still not really that expensive compared to some other games where people drop some serious money. Not that I'm trying to justify this, they're just the facts. In terms of other games that cost a fortune, Battlefield is still relatively small. So as I say, if you're the sort of person that already buys boins and already invests in some of the cosmetics in this game, then I'm pretty certain this is a good deal for you, because you get 2,000 boins and you're really spending, what, 10 quid for the rest of it, which isn't so bad. But if you're somebody who does not buy cosmetics at all like myself and don't touch that sort of thing, this probably isn't for you. One big thing that I really disagree with is the fact that the people who bought the Deluxe edition of Battlefield 5 really have been shafted by EA. There's no other way to put it. We thought we were getting more than we did. We didn't get all of the additional stuff. We got teeny little fragments to weapon skins instead of the full skins themselves, and overall it was incredibly disappointing. Yes, there were lots of different little things in there. It wasn't just the skins, but we didn't have everything that people thought we would. We thought we would have loads of airlifts dropping us the epic skins and more things like the elites and really cool stuff that other people wouldn't get a hold of, because that was the point of Battlefield 5 and the cosmetics. Loads of stuff compared to other Battlefield games, but as it turned out, we essentially got nothing. I can't really tell the difference between a deluxe edition and a normal edition, bar the fact you could play the game a bit earlier. There's, what, a Red Devil skin? That's even worse than the default skin you get in the game. So I was hoping maybe that this premium booster pack would have been given free to Deluxe owners, or maybe part of it would be given free, maybe the 2,000 boins or a couple of the skins, maybe the weapon skins. That would have been a nice way to kind of sign off and put a full stop to that Deluxe edition debate, and DICE could have just got around it that way. The fact that they didn't, well, it shows that maybe they don't even care, so I wouldn't expect anything as a Deluxe edition owner, and you might in fact have to settle for getting another Deluxe Edition Premium Booster Pack if you want to get some more stuff in game. Something else I'm not a massive fan of, the special assignments. Assignments are one of those things that really need to be in the main game for everybody. They need to be straight away there for everyone to play. The assignments that we have currently are sometimes a little lackluster, so maybe having the special ones that might have had a bit more time put in them into a paid, almost DLC. Looks like we're going away from that live service again and back into the DLC cycle. And talking about the DLC cycle, 25 quid. That's a lot of money. That is 2 Battlefield 1 DLCs if you bought them separately, and the Battlefield 1 DLCs had a lot of stuff in them. Now, Danny on PC said something interesting on Twitter, and whilst he doesn't often make a lot of sense, in this tweet he did. Battlefield 1 DLCs were basically 25 quid for 2, if you're looking to compare it to this Deluxe Premium Edition cosmetic thing in BF5. Westy then said, good thing you don't have to buy DLCs in this game then, good thing it's all completely optional. And to be fair, that's true, this is optional cosmetics. But also, to be fair, DLCs in previous games are optional. You don't have to buy DLCs, they're just additional content. You can still play the main game, there's plenty of maps and modes and things to get your teeth into. So premium and DLCs are all optional, this stuff for BF5 is all optional. Danny then says if we take the first 2 DLCs in BF1, that's 12 maps and 17 weapons, with Battlefield 1 also not having the luxury of having a game before they could pinch weapons from, as Battlefield 5 has done, which means Battlefield 5 technically should have more weapons than BF1 if you look at it from that perspective, but it doesn't. Danny has a good point here, because BF1, the content was good, we paid the money for the DLC, we got the content. You didn't have to, it was optional, but if you did, you seemed to get a good deal. In Battlefield 5, there's very little additional content, yet we're still having the option to pay for more stuff, which potentially, you could argue, should have been in the game from release, especially if you paid the $90 or whatever it was for the Deluxe Edition. I'd be interested to know how much you could actually sink into Battlefield 5 in terms of the premiums, the boins, everything that you could possibly get. How much more would you be spending than what you could have spent in BF1, and how much of a differential between the 2 amounts of content would there be? BF5 has way less content than BF1, yet you can spend probably 2 or 3 times the money on it. Nipping onto Reddit, it's clear to see that some people aren't impressed with the price you have to pay for this premium DLC thing. €30 are they for real? Someone then says the game was for sale at some point for $20, or it's €24 right now, saying that you can spend a lot more money on the premium side of the cosmetics than actually the main game itself, which says it all. And a lot of people are just saying that it's completely pointless, it's incredibly expensive, and there's just no time for it at all. Added into that, you have the fact that the game is in a terrible state. You've got stability issues, crashes, disconnects, FPS problems, stuttering affecting many players. Data centers from the UK and the USA apparently have been removed. Core game modes are disappearing. Limited time game modes are coming in and going away when people clearly want them to stay. Some of the main game modes are bugging out. You've got invisible players, team balancing issues, poor hit reg, terrible netcode. Worse than any Battlefield game I've ever played. It's worse than BF3 at this point in time, and I never thought I'd say that again. And then you have cheating, which is absolutely everywhere, whether you experience it or not. The proof is there. It's everywhere, and there's a reintroduction of some of the legacy bugs that we've seen and patches that clearly are not tested or up to scratch. Yet DICE are trying to sell us some of these cosmetics, once again proving that they are the worst company in the world when it comes to timing updates. They really do release them at the wrong times, but there we go. I'm sure there's somebody who could maybe up their game when it comes to releasing things. Doesn't take a genius to work out that you don't release a cosmetic paid update right after a disastrous patch, but there we go. Now, just to finish this video off, there's something I'd like to bring in that I think would have made one hell of a difference to Battlefield 5. Now, this has been put on Reddit by Alaska Fox, and it's the game economy screen that we all saw a couple of months ago when DICE came out. Ignore the bottom right hand corner, that's not my doing, but after this little update you can understand why some people are a little bit annoyed. Now, this is a bit of a joke, obviously, but it does make far more sense than what you see with the normal game economy. The right hand side is where I want to focus though. If they just put boins and then said the epic cosmetics are only purchasable with boins and the Normal cosmetics can be purchasable with normal company coin. That is a better way to go about it because people know what they're getting, and that's why people get so annoyed and riled up with this. They think they're going to get something and then DICE or EA release something else. So you've got no option but to complain. If they were giving you stuff for free, then you'd be happy, but the fact they're saying you could get this and then saying, well, you're not getting this, there's only negativity there. So it's a really simple marketing trick. You give people more than they expect. EA are doing it the other way around, offering you something and then saying, well, you can't have it unless you pay for it. And that's really negative. And that's why a lot of this stuff gets blown up, potentially out of proportion, and people start complaining about every little thing. Tagged into that, you have the terrible updates and bugs and Battlefield 5, which is a game you can't play really without getting frustrated. And it just doesn't make for nice reading at all. So let me know what you think of this down in the comments. Are you annoyed with this Chapter 4 Premium Booster Pack, or doesn't it annoy you at all? Are you planning on buying it? Would you buy it if it was cheaper, or is it something you wouldn't touch at all? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.